Hi, I'm Tony Vernetti with Enphase Energy. In this video, you'll learn how the latest feature of Enphase Power Control, called Busbar Overload Control, can help you avoid expensive main electrical panel upgrades, reduce the system payback period for homeowners, and, this is key, all without restricting solar energy production or battery power. Here's how Enphase Power Control works. It uses little devices called current transformers, or CTs for short, to measure the flow of electricity through an Enphase Energy system. They measure electricity imported from the electric grid, produced by the solar PV system, and discharged by the battery. You can think of CTs like tiny little energy accountants, keeping track of every single watt. And all that data gets sent to what we call the brains of the operation, and that is the IQ gateway. And this is where the magic really happens. It analyzes all the information from the CTs, and it makes real-time decisions about where all that electricity should go. Now, there are several different applications for Enphase Power Control, but avoiding main panel upgrades is one of the most popular. They cost around $4,000 or even more if trenching for new utility wires or relocating a gas meter is required. They're also a big hassle for both the installer and the homeowner, and can add weeks to the installation timeline. Avoiding main panel upgrades makes everybody happy, and the homeowner can put the money they saved toward more solar panels or a larger battery. Before this new feature of Busbar Overload Control was released, we could still avoid panel upgrades by using power control to limit electrical current on the feeders from solar and battery to the main panel to comply with the NEC 120% rule. For example, with a 100 amp main panel, which is common in older homes, the maximum backfeed breaker rating would be just 20 amps. That restricted the combined output of solar and the battery to just 16 amps. So, even if the homeowner had a larger solar and battery system with a higher rating than 16 amps, it would be limited to 16 amps by PCS. This could reduce potential savings for the homeowner. Now, with Busbar Overload Control, the backfeed breaker limit is increased from 20 amps all the way up to 80 amps. How is this possible? Busbar Overload Control is all about ensuring that the bus bar, the metal bar inside the main panel that distributes power to the home, never gets overloaded and becomes a safety hazard. Think of the bus bar like a busy intersection full of cars, and power control is like a super smart traffic cop making sure everyone is safe and that traffic keeps flowing smoothly. This intelligent approach allows the solar and battery system to always deliver their maximum amount of power, which has two real-world benefits. First, homeowners will self-consume more solar energy. Let's look at an example without Busbar Overload Control, where the backfeed breaker is limited to 20 amps by the 120% rule. It's July at 5 p.m., and utility rates are at their highest at 62 cents per kilowatt hour. The home's air conditioner is using 22 amps, and the base load is 10 amps, totaling 32 amps of power draw. If solar and the battery are limited to supplying only 16 amps, then the other 16 amps, or half of the power demand of the home, would be supplied by the grid at very high prices. In this case, without busbar overload protection, the homeowner would be paying for that power deficiency at full peak pricing. Now, with busbar overload control, the solar and battery system will be allowed to discharge at their maximum power, which would be over 32 amps with two Enphase IQ Battery 5Ps, plus what the solar is producing. And the home would draw zero expensive power from the grid. Self-consuming more solar energy and reducing use of grid power would save the homeowner $3 per day or $90 per month in this example. The second real-world benefit applies to homeowners in California with NEM 3.0. They can save more money by sending more battery energy to the grid and earning larger bill credits. With the NEM 3.0 tariff, there are specific times of the year, namely August and September evenings, when the price the utility pays for energy is significantly higher than the retail price. At these times, it's beneficial to export battery power to the grid to earn credits. Usually these windows of opportunity are only 1 or 2 hours. With busbar overload control, the IQ Battery 5P power output won't be restricted, and it can discharge all of its energy in only an hour and 20 minutes, making the most of these short periods with high export rates. Let's review the key benefits of busbar overload control. First, the homeowner will save thousands of dollars by avoiding a main panel upgrade. Since the power of solar and battery won't be limited, the homeowner will maximize self-consumption of solar power. And California homeowners can earn the maximum possible bill credits by selling stored energy in the battery at the highest rates. In summary, with Busbar Overload Control, the homeowner will get every bit of bill savings they expect from their Enphase system, since it's extremely unlikely that the power of the solar and battery system will ever be impacted. While avoiding main panel upgrades is the most common use of Enphase Power Control, it also offers the following features. EV Charger PCS. This feature intelligently manages EV charging to prevent main breaker trips during periods of high home energy consumption. This feature also helps avoid service upgrades due to a high-power EV charger exceeding the load that a service is meant to support. IQ Battery Oversubscription. This allows homeowners to install more battery capacity while limiting the power. This is useful to get around breaker limitations in the IQ System Controller or IQ Combiner. Battery Import and Export Control. This feature gives homeowners control over the energy flow to and from the grid. Users can select import-only mode to prevent battery discharge to the grid, meeting specific utility requirements. Alternatively, export-only mode enables battery discharge to the grid, maximizing economic benefits under NEM 3.0 in California. Aggregate Power Export Limit. This feature allows installers to set limits on the total power exported to the grid, meeting specific utility requirements, and potentially avoiding transformer upgrade costs. While almost all of the existing power control features are for residential split-phase systems today, Enphase is enhancing these to cover commercial systems in the near future. I hope this helped illustrate the amazing benefits of Enphase Power Control. Thanks for watching.